Warhammer 40k has been a universe that I've been looking to get into for a while now. Just the amount of lore and intricate details that they have in it, it really is incredible to me, honestly, what they've built. It just reminds me of worlds like Lord of the Rings and things like that, just the books they created and just the amount of world building they were able to create and just the environment they were able to create with all the different factions and everything like that. But recently it's come under fire because I guess they've gotten the woke mob, if you will, got a hold of them because they went in and changed some of the lore that has been in there since the inception of the lore, really. And it looks like they changed it to include men and women. Now, normally this wouldn't be that big of a deal, but I think the main problem here is that it's because they're doing it after this nonsense that's been going on for a while, and they're changing the core aspect, if you will, of this certain group, which was just a breed of super soldiers, really, to protect the, I believe he's called the Emperor of Mankind. And it is specifically said in the lore up to this point that it was just all male because they were bred for that reason, not that because women were like inferior or anything like that. Well, in terms of physical strength, men of course are stronger, but because they were just bred for that reason. Like it wasn't even had to do with being inclusive. It was just they were that was the point of it. But nope, it's not enough. They have to include women even in that, and so now they've been getting a ton of backlash, and I kind of support it because it's just you can't keep changing the lore to fit your narrative. It's just ridiculous to think that you can do that because once you do that, then you can change everything, and none of it holds any value because it's like, oh, well, this could change tomorrow. Why should I think this is canon, if you will? Because if you can just change it to whatever you want, then it loses all validity. All of it does. Now, there are many tweets on this subject for sure, but this Grums one pretty much sums it up. This is breaking Warhammer fandom for 40k wiki erases lore, edits custodes wiki to say there were always female custodes. This type of political gaslighting is absolutely disgusting. It's not enough to change the lore, they have to lie about the past. Yeah, I know, it's the thing too. It's like they also couldn't just find a way to implement it to like add in them. Now they have to literally change the story to say they've always been there, which for all the people who have been in the Warhammer universe, I wonder what Henry Cavill has to say about this. They know that's not true because they have the documents showing, if you will, that it was just men. Like I said, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but they're just trying to change it and lie about it, and it's like you can't do that. I mean, there's a lot of stupid people out there, but there's a lot of non-stupid people who can see what you're trying to do here, and it's just it's gaslighting. It really is, and it's just well, a lot of this stuff is just unfortunate, really, because what kind of change is going to happen from this backlash? I don't know if any change will happen. But I mean, you could see right there, it says his most deadly executioners genetically engineered male and female warriors. It's like, no. Even somebody like myself who hasn't even been into it, I've heard of the custodes, and it was all male. Not to be a slight on women or anything like that, it was just the lore. Why they even have to go after fiction, I don't know. I really don't know. And a lot of fiction really holds its core when you're able to tie it in to things in real life. And so a bunch of men being bred, if you will, or being produced for war makes sense. A bunch of women being produced for war doesn't really make sense. Because men are more, we'll take this for instance. You go to the gym and you see men and women on steroids. Who do you think are just absolute tanks in the gym? Not saying the women aren't, because I've seen a lot of strong women. But I mean, let's be honest here. The guys in the gym who are taking roids, they are just absolutely massive and they're lifting so much more weight. than the girls ever could hope to lift. And that's the point. It's that the men are just built to handle more physically demanding things. There's nothing wrong with women. Yeah, this whole thing. I mean, this has been going on in literally every aspect of media everywhere for a long time, and it's really unfortunate that it's even made its way into a universe like this where even just one thing that was like just explicitly men and now has to be changed to women. And so looking at some of the replies here, it says April 18th, the phrases male and female were added on 19 April. There's in this history change protection settings for Adeptus Custodes. So now the wiki is not allowing anybody to change it, which makes sense because I bet there was so many people trying to change it. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Yes, I'm aware of the irony of using Wikipedia to research Wikipedia. I mean, that's a whole nother topic, but yeah, I agree. Wikipedia is ugh. So this is how you know the message is their main priority. They don't care if they boycott their product, make pleased with them, sell their collections. No, gotta make Daddy BlackRock happy. And that's another thing too. It's like, how does you would think that BlackRock wouldn't really be in support of this because it seems like it loses them money. But then again, I guess because they just have so much money that they just don't even care. But yeah, I mean, this is really what it just boils down to. It does sound like it was something that BlackRock made them do, and I'm not sure that any pleas from anybody are going to change it. So that's why I'm really hoping that a lot of the community will just go and see if they can get their own Warhammer 40K thing going, because that would be kind of cool. Just take what they originally had before BlackRock had to step in and ruin it, and see if we can just continue with the way it was, because this when you try and change things that have already been established, it just causes chaos. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments. I mean, this has been like just a huge blow up, and rightfully so, because this shouldn't be happening. If you guys liked the video, make sure to leave a like, and I hope to see you guys around. Peace.